Okay, real quick, we're going to just look at the profile editor in Matrix 9. I'm sure most of you know how to use this, so I'm not going to spend much time on this one. But of course, you go to the editor, click on Edit, and then from here, you can pretty much use all these tools, snaps, smears, all kind of tools to be able to edit your profiles. Even just going to your points and then select object control enter, and then you can drag them out. Of course, it doesn't have symmetry, so you have to kind of do it yourself. You can actually delete points too. So nothing special. I'm sure you all know how to do that. And everything, and when you're happy with it, hit escape out of that, and you can click on give it a name, and you definitely want to set your seam point, so check where your seam point is before you save it. Hit enter. Okay, it's right where it should be, of course, and then give it a name, save profile, and it'll go to your profiles library where you can access it for any time you want to put it on a different rail at a later date. But I think the main point here in Matrix 9 is you have all these tools available to you to be able to create something. If you wanted to create something from scratch, you can very easily do that as well. Let's see real quick. Just kind of create what you're looking for. I'll take that, mirror it to the other side, F4, and then give it a comfort fit. So arc direction, one of these two. Here. Oh, okay, wrong one. This one. Here. Drag it down. Join everything together. Check your seam point. Okay, so you want to move it. Oh, you can leave it at that side, or you could switch it. It doesn't really matter. Give it a name, save it, and it will always be there for whenever you need it in your profile library. So let's look at MatrixGold now. All right, like I said, in this video we're going to talk about the profile editor in MatrixGold. There's two ways to edit your profile, and there's two ways to actually just make new profiles. So let's get started on that. I went ahead and put a ring rail and a profile out here, and we're going to go to the editor, profile editor, which is right here next to your profile library. So here with symmetric turned on, you can just pick a point and manipulate it, and it will take it from both sides. You always have to make sure that in order to use symmetry, you have to have it symmetry to begin with, so it won't work if one side's different than the other. You'll have to go back and re-input it and change it around. But here you can just click the points, drag them to however you want. You can actually even go in and delete them. And if you wanted to, you could add certain things into it. You have some tools available, nothing like the old Matrix system. And you can do a little bit of manipulating. You can split, select objects to split. We're going to split this one, and press enter, and then just take, select cutting object, sorry, let's get rid of that one, and hit enter, and then you can delete that area there, and then you'll need to do it again, split, select objects to split, and then hit enter. Select the cutting objects, hit enter, and then you can delete this here, and it'll give you two new points. And if you select the curve, all your curves, but it is not joined yet, as you can see, so you'll need to select everything and join it before you either save or just add it. And as you can see, everything that I'm doing is updating live as you're doing it. So if I take this point here and drag it in, now my symmetry is all messed up because it's not in symmetry. It'll change it. But then you can save it into your profile. If you like this one, you can save it into your profiles, give it a name, hit OK, and it'll be in your profile library every time that you want to look at it or find it or use it again. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. And then I'm going to just cancel out of this, go back to our original shape. All right, and now there's another way to edit it, and that's using the old matrix, or what they say is the old, but it's nothing close, as you saw from the very beginning of the video. But it can be useful at times. So what you have to do is you have to go to your preferences in your dynamic commands, click on that, and then right here, use legacy profile editor. If you click that, it'll change your editor. Okay, so now when we go to the editor, it gives us the points, but they're not they're control points, but they're not the same. You can drag them up, you can drag them over, you can add. The blue one is like a sharp curve. Okay, so now I add, you can add it anywhere you want, you know, so but it'll be sharp. The blue ones are sharp, and the white ones are more rounded. So they give you a sharp edge with the blue and a rounded edge with the white. Not a lot of things you can do. You can't draw lines, you can't do anything. But if you find a shape that you like, you can, you know, save it to your profile library, or you can just click yes, and that's what the one I want. But we're not going to do either. Now there's another way to create profiles, and basically you don't need the profile out there. So I'm just going to go ahead and accept that and delete all this. And then from the top view, I'm just going to draw something that I have in my mind that I want to use. So we'll start with a straight line. All right, and we'll turn on our grid snaps to get started here. And we want to keep it, you don't have to, but keep it on the plane. I'll go up one, and then I want to make I don't know, a circle, a little bow or something coming out of here. I'll go to here, and then what I'm going to do is, I don't know, let's see. Let's take this and mirror it over to the other side real quick. Hit enter, and then I want to do like a little curve on top. So we'll go to our arc directional curve, make sure our snaps are on. They're disabled, so turn them on, and make sure my quad is checked. Then I'll go to this quad, to that quad, and bring it up. And then I want to make it a comfort fit shank, so I'll just right click and click on the 2 points at the bottom and bring it down a little bit. So I have something like this. Now from here, I can use all my tools that I have available. Anything in Matrix you can use to make this profile. But I'm going to go over here to trim, and then I'm going to take this and trim it out, and this and trim it out. So I have my line and hit enter. Broke, it doesn't matter because you're going to save this to your library. And then I have a little kink here, a little, you know, so I want to round those off. So I'll go to clean up, select select everything. First I'll get out of that, sorry. Select everything, and I'll just join it together. Broke history again, it doesn't mean anything. I'm going to take my curve, and I want to go to cleanup, fillet curves, go down here 1.134. I want to go to 0.3 and hit enter. And there, now I have all rounded edges on everywhere. So this is something that I think would be pretty cool to use as a profile, let's say. So you go to add profile to library. Okay, and then down here select the curve. They're all joined. Actually, let's back up again. Sorry, I'm going to close that out, cancel that for a second. One of the things, since I did so much and I created it from scratch, you should probably just go in and check your seam points. Where is your seam point? Select the curve, hit enter, and here's my, I want to drag that over into the mid area, and that's, you know, now if I go to my seam point and select seam point, I have it in my mids. You kind of want to keep it there. It's probably better. So now I want to save it in my library so I can throw it up on a rail. So I'm going to take my profile. Well, first I'm going to go back to what I was talking about. Add profile to library. Okay. Now select my curve. This one, it says Bell library. You're able to save everything down here, but I don't want to save it to my Bell library. I want to save it to as a shank. But you can save, you can make profiles for bells, bezels, cutters, all rope, prongs, you know, all kind of cutters down here. But if you want to save it as a profile for making a shank on a ring rail, you want to do shank, and then hit enter, and then you can name it. Let's go ahead and name it. I don't know. Let's just make it easy. 01 define. 001, and click save. Save. Okay. So now I'll just hide this. Well, actually, I'll turn it to gray and turn it off. Now let's get a ring rail out there. Oh, sorry, outside ring rail, and ring rail. Oh, I'm about the top views. Have my enter. I'm going to delete one of those and go ahead and profile placer. Now if I go over to my library and wait, because I like to make a lot of profiles, original profiles, and then go to find 001. 001, there we go. Okay, there it is. So it's in my library. Hit select, and now I have that profile. And if I just hit enter, go to my surface tools. Well, as you can tell, if I select on it, I can still edit it just like all profiles. So it gives you the ability to use all those different tools, or keep the tools and use it and manipulate it. And then if I want to add one down at the bottom of the shank, I can do that. And if I want to add one over here to the side of the shank, I can do that. So you have all of, and then you can adjust them. And let's take that down, move this in, select on that one, kind of pull this one down as well, and pull it in a little, and hit enter, and you can do your sweep one. And hit enter, and there you have your shank, and you can go back and edit those as need be. Go back into your editor, select your profiles, maybe bring that down a little bit more, and hit enter. You know, you can do all that. But just wanted to show a little bit. That's one way to create your own profile by just drawing it out on the grid. Now I'm going to take my green, delete it, and I'm going to take my profiles and delete them real quick. And go back to tools and profile placer. So here we are. Now I said there was two ways to create new ones. That was the new one. Just draw it on your the grid and then save it in your add to profile add profile to library right here. But you can not from the, you can't really draw your own right from the legacy. So you'll need to go back to preferences and click that off, and then hit enter, and then go back to your editor and just say this is nothing. You want to draw it from here, hit delete, and then you can draw your own. And you have your grid snaps you can put on. Let's go to 1 1 1 1, and then you want a comfort fit shank. So here, 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 and then you can just select this one, and well, I thought you could. Okay, drag it up. You should be able to select that one, I would think. Oh, it's okay, hold on. Let's go and join it all together. Now if I select it, I should be able to manipulate that. Oh, I got my grid snaps on. Turn them off and drag it up, and then here you can't really do the fillet, which is kind of a bummer. It just really kind of limits the tools. So to me, it's you hit save or just use it. To me, it's just you can add points. I believe if I click here, I never really could do this real good. If I try to select a point, okay, and then if I just take that point and delete it, yeah, see, it doesn't keep my points on the shank. I can't use them to adjust, but there's a way you can. I'm not sure exactly how. To me, it's just much better to draw your own on your grid, and then just save it to library and throw it up there. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Hope it helps. But Profile Editor is a very powerful tool, even with bezels. Let's get out of this. Let's delete this. Just real quick, a little bonus, I guess. Let's go to gem. Throw a gem out there, and we'll just keep that size so sake of time. And then if you go to your gem and you want a setting, of course, a bezel, right? You can do bezel editor profiles, laying them flat and adding them to your bezel library, of course. But here's another way. You just go to your add your bezel, come over here to your profile editor, and then kind of move it and move your item so you can kind of get a good look at it. And you can just start playing around with it. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let's add a circle. So start circle here. Let's go here. And let's do a split. What objects to split? This one. Hit enter with this. Hit enter, and then we'll get rid of that, and we'll do the same thing. Objects to, or right click. Oh, you can't right click in here. Huh. How about that? Okay, you have to go back to your split. Hit your object that you want to split, and then your objects for cutting it. Hit enter, and then you can delete that, and it gives you 2 more points you can adjust with. Of course, it's not showing up in your bezel because they are not joined. But once you join them, you can see it update. So it gives you a really cool bezel frame you can work with and start manipulating around, seeing how you want to add things or do things. So it's kind of intuitive. It gives you a lot you could work with. So there's different ways. It just depends on what you're trying to make and how you're trying to do it. Say you want a sharper curve there, so just delete that one. Let's see. Let's go back up here. Select that one. Delete it. It will not delete for some reason. Why will it not delete? It's more complicated to do it this way. Delete. Oh my God. Oh, that one will delete. Figures. select these two. Can't delete them. I wonder why. But you can move them. But that's just another tool to be able to create some unusual type items for bezels and stuff. And again, if you want to save it, you just hit save, give it a name, click OK. I'm going to cancel, or if you just want to use that one, and then you can go back out and adjust everything. All right, hope it helps.